What you are about to hear is not just a simple engagement report. It is an absolute masterclass on how modern warfare has fundamentally rewritten the calculus of survival on the battlefield. Near Pokrovsk, Ukrainian forces are not simply launching random drones at Russian positions. They are executing a fully interconnected, intelligence-driven kill chain, a relentless gear that kicks into motion the moment a single soldier steps out of cover and doesn't stop until an entire enemy logistical network collapses behind the lines. If you think that opening strike is the main story, you are missing the point entirely. The real earthquake is what happens after. Stay with me, because this mechanism unfolds through layers most analysts completely ignore. Let's lay out the tactical picture surgically. The front around Pokrovsk is anything but static. It is a dynamic, burning zone where information superiority has become the ultimate weapon. The Ukrainians have grasped the truth that military theorists have only ever grazed. A single well-placed observation asset, networked directly with ground intervention teams, triggers a cascade of destruction far deeper than the initial point of impact. This isn't luck. This is called methodical targeting methodology executed with terrifying consistency. Picture this. A small group of Russian soldiers advances along a forest road. Tactically, their choice makes sense. The road hugs the tree line, the ditch offers relative cover from direct fire, and the canopy breaks their silhouette. It's the kind of micro-decision infantrymen make 1,000 times a day. Except the environment has changed. The tree line no longer protects them from the eye watching from above. A reconnaissance drone is already there. It waits. It doesn't rush. It doesn't trigger an immediate strike. It observes, it tracks, it maps. And the moment a soldier drops into the ditch, the trap snaps shut. The FPV operator has everything: position, speed, context. The drone doesn't arrive in a heavy dive. He glides at low altitude, using the exact terrain folds the soldier thought were a shield. The ditch becomes a dead-end trap. This is the new reality. Danger strikes before the sound can even warn you. But listen closely to what comes next, because this is where the strategic trap closes. That first strike is not the final objective. It is the opening of the door. The moment movement is confirmed, the road itself becomes a high-value intelligence asset. Where are these men coming from? Where are they heading? What is supporting them? A Russian supply vehicle rolls onto that exact same road. On the surface, it's a routine run. Viewed from the sky, it is a living beacon mapping out the entire architecture of the adversary's support structure. The Ukrainian operator does not destroy the truck at the first bend. Why? Because a destroyed truck only yields a pile of scrap metal. Instead, by following the truck, they discover where it stops, who it delivers to, and where the front lines connect to the rear. When the vehicle halts near a transfer point, the target changes its meaning entirely. It's no longer just a truck, it's a vital logistical node. The strike hits at the exact moment everything is concentrated: ammunition, personnel, equipment. Instant cumulative damage. The consequence? Not just a lost truck, it is the death of certainty. This road can no longer be used without risking death. Rebuilding a supply line takes time, generates movement, and creates new signatures that drones are already tracking. Faced with this, what do the Russians do? They adapt. They slow down, they divert toward discrete buildings on a village edge, trying to camouflage a new transit hub. But in a networked drone war, routine is a death sentence. Every back and forth trip, every identical timing, every recurring parking spot pre-writes the targeting solution for the enemy. Ukrainian operators let the value accumulate. More vehicles, more supplies piled up in one place. When the heavy strike finally hits, it's not just a building burning, it's the operational tempo of an entire unit flying apart. The ammunition cache explodes, preparation time vanishes, and doubt sets in. Further down, a small building houses a Russian drone team trying to re-establish their own eyes over the area. Immediate, precise response. The team is neutralized, and Russia's information bubble is punctured by yet another layer. Infantry, logistics, staging. Each layer lays bare the next. This is where the situation shifts from serious to strategic. When the Russian command realizes the magnitude of the disaster, the instinctive reaction kicks in. Bring in protection. Activate radars. Deploy close-range air defense systems to lock down the corridor. But on this battlefield, the act of protection itself becomes the target. A radar or a mobile air defense system is not a passive tool. It needs power, antennas, movement, and above all, it must emit to function. The moment it emits, its position is betrayed. The Ukrainian drone watches the system's setup. It knows how the crew is orienting it, what area they are trying to cover. A long-range strike in open terrain pulverizes the unit. The shield collapses. And then comes the ultimate target, the radar. The air defense weapon kills in the immediate present. It shoots down a drone. The radar kills across time. It provides anticipation. Destroying the radar doesn't just remove a machine. It narrows the decision-making window of the Russian command. It forces them to react in an emergency instead of anticipating. It blinds them. Hoping to escape the disaster, the Russians shift their movements to the night. They cut their headlights, betting on the cover of darkness. A fatal mistake against current generation sensors. Thermal imaging doesn't need light, it needs heat. A running engine, marching troops, handled equipment, all of it glows in the dark for a thermal sensor. A nighttime supply convoy intercepted before delivery proves once again that darkness has become an illusion of safety.
Subscribe now so you don't miss future updates.